Hello friends, welcome again to the tetrahedron chemistry classes. So again today I am going to take another 50 or 60 questions for your previous BTech first year examinations of environmental studies. Okay, MCQs type of the questions which would be very helpful for your examinations. Okay, so let me see, this is your question number 1. What it says: what is the harm from the depletion of the earth ozone layer? It can cause the skin cancer. Okay, it can cause the skin cancer by allowing UV radiation to reach to the earth, and it is already marked by the student. Increased amount of the ultraviolet radiations will reach to the earth that will cause the skin cancer. Okay, so this is correct option, which is already marked by one of the student. Now next is, acid rain is formed due to the contribution from the following gases: methane and ozone. No. See, basically for acid rain actually you have sulfur dioxide, you have nitrogen of oxides, you have HCl, right? And you may also have the carbonic acid. So you have to look for these combinations. Carbon dioxide is there. Yes. See, when carbon dioxide is there, it combines with the water and it produces the carbonic acid. Okay, so carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide I have already written here, so already marked by the student. That is option D is the correct one. Okay, two questions are very easy. Number 3, which of the following is a prime health risk associated with the greater UV radiation? Skin cancer, I already told you, skin cancer. Okay, and you know option D is skin cancer. So this question paper is looking much more easy than the question paper which I have explained in the last lecture. So this happens actually, right? Sometimes you may have the very easy questions, sometimes you have the tricky questions. Now next is the most serious environmental effect caused by the hazardous waste. Hazardous waste, that means air pollution? No. Contamination of groundwater, let me check whether it is correct or not. It may be your correct answer. Increased use of the land for landfills? No. This could be destruction of the habitat? No. This could be, but see, the most important is looking this one, contamination of the groundwater. So option B is the correct. Fine, nice job by the student. Actually, you have solved this. The concentration of which gas is highest? Oh, you know, it is nitrogen. So it's an easy question. Okay, now next, which of the following is not as a consequence of the global warming? Rising sea level? Yes, it is a consequence of the global warming. Worsening Hell effect? Yes. All of the above are likely results of the global warming. Let me check. The increased agriculture productivity? No, global warming cannot increase the global productivity. So this option B is again the correct one. So this actually question paper is looking quite easy compared to the earlier ones. Next is what? Which of the following is not a primary contributor to the greenhouse effect? Chlorofluorocarbons. Yes, it is correct. See, carbon dioxide is the primary contributor, carbon monoxide is also the primary contributor, and methane is also the primary contributor, but not the chlorofluorocarbons. Which of the following is not a primary? Primary means actually, right, which actually introduced into the environment directly. So carbon dioxide is a direct introduction, CO is direct introduction, and CH4 is direct introduction, but chlorofluorocarbons actually are synthesized. They are formed by the chemical reactions, so they are the secondary pollutants, not the primary actually. So CFC is looking the correct option. Now next is, the increase in the concentration of the CO2 in an environment in the last 50 years since 1960. See, it is 14%. Okay, so this is very famous, very important question. It comes everywhere actually in your environmental science exams. What amount of the carbon dioxide has increased? What percentage of the carbon dioxide has increased in the last 50 or 60 years? So 14% is the correct answer. This is the correct one, but unfortunately the student missed this particular question. Then you see, the depletion in ozone layer is caused by the nitrous oxide. Yes, it is there in the PSCs, polar stratospheric clouds. In the polar stratospheric clouds, nitrous oxides are there. Methane can also cause the global warming, definitely by ozone layer depletion. And Chlorofluorocarbons are also there. So these actually you cannot include actually, right? So depletion in the ozone layer caused by the all. So this is also correct, this is also correct, this is also correct. So all of the above. The major in-stream use of water, what we can use, see, producing hydroelectric power. This is again the correct one. This is the major use. Okay, other use are also there, but the major use is this one. So this question paper is easy. Which of the following are the example of the municipal and industrial discharges pipe? They are the point sources of water pollution. Point sources of water pollution. Point sources. Okay. The presence of high coliforms say E. coli bacteria. Okay. Counts in the water body indicate the contamination by the human waste. This E. coli is there in the colon, right? Big colon, badi आंत आप जिसको बोलते हैं. Okay, so human waste, when you have the increased human waste in the water, then obviously this is the contamination by the human waste. Okay, so option A is looking correct one. Again the easy question. How the biological oxygen demand, that is the BOD, gets affected with the increased presence of the organic matter? It increases definitely. When your organic matter increases, remember this thing, BOD also increases. So the amount of the BOD increases. So again it's an easy question. Option A is the correct one. Now next, which of the following is not a major source of the groundwater contamination? Agriculture products, yes. Landfills, yes. Septic tanks, yes. They all actually are the major source. All of the above are the major sources of the groundwater. Option D is looking right. So which of the following is not a major source? It is asking that it is not a major source, but in that case all of the other are the major sources. So you cannot actually, this question actually not actually goes well with the options given here. So option D is the correct one because all are the major sources. Okay, this is something very important. This question actually is not good, the options are not going with the question correctly. Which of the following is not considered as a part of the water use planning? Wastewater treatment, yes. Water diversion project, yes. Water use planning, all of the above. Salinization is also there. Water use planning consider all above the issues, yes. Option C is looking correct one. So again there is little error in that case. This should be the option C and this should be the option D, and you can mark this as correct one. But somehow you see here you can mark this as, so I can delete it here from here. Okay, and you can mark this as the correct one. Now moving to the next one. The stage in which the biological processes used to purify the water in the, see, this is the secondary treatment of water. So this actually in water treatment, it is the secondary treatment of water. Okay, it's a secondary treatment. See, in the secondary treatment actually what you do actually, you do the biochemical, you do the actually you use the biological process to purify the water. So option A in that case is looking correct one. However, unfortunately that student mark option D, it is not the correct one. Okay, option A is looking the correct one. Now next is what? Groundwater mining in coastal areas can result increase in the salinity. Yes, salinity can increase. Decrease in the toxicity. Groundwater mining in coastal area can result into decrease in the toxicity. No. Decrease in the salinity. No. Increase in the water table. Groundwater mining in coastal areas can result into decrease in toxicity. No, it cannot decrease. Increase in the, yes, option A is looking the correct one. Increase in the salinity is the correct answer. Which of the following is not an important characteristic of the green revolution? Mechanized agriculture, hybrid seeds, yes. Slash and burn. Option C is the correct one. See, a green revolution is not actually the important characteristic of slash N1. See, I already told you the slash N1 and the shifting cultivation. This is actually a shifting cultivation which I have discussed during the case studies. I have discussed you during a semester examination, the semester classes actually. So slash and burn is not promoted by the green revolution, which is related to the agriculture to increase the productivity of the land. Okay, option C is looking correct one. Now next is what? The three primary soil macronutrients. So the macronutrients, they are potassium, they are phosphorus, nitrogen. Okay, KPN. KPN. So option C, it is the correct one. Which of the following is negative effect on the soil and water due to the conventional mechanized farming practices? Reduce in the soil organic matter? Yes, if you do the mechanized farming practice and conventional treatment, if you do, then obviously the soil will lose the fertility. Okay, so this is the correct. Soil erosion, okay, fine, correct. Leaching of the pesticides, yes, if you use the pesticides and the fertilizers, so during the surface runoff they go to the water body and contributes to the eutrophication. So all three are correct. That means the option D is looking correct one. Okay, so this is option D. So this question paper is easy. Which one of the following is an example of non-renewable energy? See, wind is renewable, vegetation in coals, this is option D is the correct one, right? This is the correct answer. They are non-renewable. See, you know, the renewable resources are those which can be replenished in the given span of, in a short given span of time, but coal and minerals, they are not actually renewable. We cannot produce more mineral, right? It is there in the earth pool and its supply is limited. And then you see the next is what it says. Which of the following is the renewable resource? Soil is not, it is a nutrient, it is not. Water is not. Okay, flora and fauna, that means plants and animals, right? They all are actually renewable one. So option C is looking correct one. Of the stratosphere provides the protection, ozone, O3. So option C is correct one. The life supporting gases such as oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogens are chiefly concentrated in troposphere, not in the homosphere. So this is correct. Option A is actually correct in that case, but earlier student marked the wrong option. Okay, so troposphere you can mark. Homosphere is nothing. Okay, then which of the following soil is the best for the plant growth? You know, it is a loomy soil. Okay, this you have learned in your junior classes. It's a very basic question. Both power and the manure. See, power and the manure, they comes from the cow dung or the cattle dung. That means the biogas. So it's a biogas plant. Okay, option C is the correct one. And after that, in the atmosphere, the layer above the troposphere is stratosphere. Stratosphere. Option A is actually the looking correct one. Then you see, is the major raw material for the biogas dung, animal dung. Okay, which is C, cow dung. So I can write cow dung here. Okay, a biosphere reserves, conserves and preserves wildlife, wildland, natural. Yes, all of the above. D is the correct option. It's quite an easy question paper actually. Atomic energy is obtained by the radioactive materials, radioactive elements, and you know the uranium is the radioactive one. So this is the correct option. Copper cannot be the answer. Okay, then option C, sanctuaries are established to rear animals for milk. No. Entrap, no. Protect animals. Basically it is the conservation. It is the conservation. Sanctuaries are made to conserve the animal and the plant species. The death of the last individual of a species is called the extinction. So this is marked as the correct one. Which of the following is not a fossil fuel? Uranium. It's a radioactive. Radioactive, not fossil. Next is what? Biogas generation is mainly based on the principle of fermentation. Okay. Red Data book by IUCN. It gives the detail of the endangered species. Endangered and extinct species. Rare, endangered, endemic species. Right. Okay. Option B is the correct one. Floods can be prevented by cutting. See, this is deforestation. When deforestation you do, then floods actually occurs. This cannot be the correct answer. Afforestation means planting trees. Planting trees. If you plant the trees, definitely the flood can be controlled. So option A is looking the correct one. Now next one is what? Nitrogen gas returns to the atmosphere by the action of. No, this is not the correct one. It is option B is the correct one. Denitrifying bacteria. It is important, right? Because the student marked this option C as the correct one, but it is not the correct one. Denitrifying means release of the nitrogen. Nitrifying means formation of the ammonium salts. Okay. 38 is the process by which some organisms use chemical energy to produce carbohydrates. Photosynthesis. Some organisms means plants. Chemical energy means carbon dioxide, water, the energy present in the form of the bonds. Okay, and for this they produce the carbohydrate. The process is photosynthesis. Option A is the correct one. 39. A is an organism that can capture energy from sunlight or chemicals and use it to produce food from it. They are the autotrophs. Autotrophs, they can produce foods for themselves as well as for the other individuals, and they are the green plants and they are known as the producers since they can produce the food. So option B is the correct one. The total amount of the living tissues, it simply means the animals, plants and humans. They are the living tissues. They form the biomass. So biomass, correct option. Is the process in which the elements, chemical compounds and other forms of the matter are passed from one organisms to another and from one part of the biosphere to the other biosphere. They are the biogeochemical cycles. Biogeochemical cycles. So option C is the correct one. 42 is any chemical substance that an organism requires to live. Carbohydrate. Okay, carbohydrate. See, remember, the question says that chemical substance. Say, first of all, you may think that the sunlight is there and the sunlight is the primary source of the energy, or the survival of any individual is only due to the presence of the light. But the question is asking about the chemical substance. Chemical substance is the carbohydrate which can be produced by the process of the photosynthesis. So option A is the correct one. Next is 43. Is the process of converting nitrogen into ammonia. Okay, that means nitrification, nitrogen fixation. That is option D. After that, you are having this question number 44. What it says: the ecology, the term, is used to describe wise management of the natural resources, including the preservation of habitats and wildlife. It is simply conservation, nothing else. Conservation. Okay. Invasive species, they are the alien species. I have already told you about the Parthenium, the Congress grass, Lantana. All these are, see, and the pigs in the island, which caused the extinction of the dodo bird. They were the invasive species, alien species. Biodiversity is the diversity in the animals and the plants. Extinction is the loss of any species. So this is the conservation actually. So in the ecology, the term conservation is used to describe the wise management of the natural resources, including the preservation of the habitats. Habitat means homes and wildlife. Next, the sum total of variety of the organisms in the biosphere. So it is actually the biodiversity. This is the basic definition of the biodiversity. So first student mark this and then cross this and then mark the correct one. So this is the correct option. Now the next is what? Is the science that seeks to understand the living world. No, chemistry is about chemicals, physics is about the physical phenomenon, biology is about the biological thing. Ecology is the correct answer. Ecology. Okay, now moving to the next one. Many individuals of the same species. Okay, same species, it's simply the population. Population. See, we all are humans. We are the same species. Okay, but their appearance are different. So we make a population. So it's a population. Similarly, the variety of the dogs, species of the dogs, it makes the population. Variety of the numbers of the tigers, they makes the population, but not tiger and lion. Lion makes the separate population, tiger makes the separate population. Then next one, which of the following is not a measure of biodiversity? Economic biodiversity is the correct option. Okay, this is genetic biodiversity is the measure of biodiversity, species and ecosystem as well. Economic biodiversity is not the measure of the biodiversity. Now next, in which year was the first World Environment Day celebrated? Again a very important question and answer is quite straightforward. 1974. Actually it is proposed in 1972 but celebrated on 1974. And then you are having your last question. Most deserts do not support vegetation because they don't have the sufficient water supply. Okay, light is there, quite light is there, sufficient light is there, favorable temperature is there, right? Nutrients are there but not sufficient, but water vapor is water is very less there. So option D is looking correct one. So these are the another 50 questions, and in the next class I will discuss another 50 question, and this will make the combination of, see, all these lecture if you combine, then you will have the 300 to 350 questions, and you can revise these questions along with the questions, objective questions, which I have explained you during your semester classes, and that would be very helpful for your upcoming examination. So that's it for today guys. Thank you very much.